Hey there. I wanted to show you guys how I got my turbo oil drain tube out of the engine block for a 2005 Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins turbo diesel. I had a lot of issues finding ways to get this puppy out of there because I personally couldn't find any information on YouTube or the internet, really. There was a couple forums with guys saying how to do it, and all they said was, well, you just need to keep twisting and pulling on it, and eventually it'll just pop right out. Well, that partially worked. So what happened is I got mine out, but first I had to grab it with some vices and then just slowly twist it. Keep twisting it until eventually I could twist it all the way 360 degrees completely. I was like, okay, well, I know that it broke free in the grooves where the O-rings hold, so that's good. However, this motion was not broken free, in and out. So what I did was I spent most of the day twisting and spraying WD-40 on it. I didn't use anything else. That's all I had. Just twisting, kind of bending, try to get the WD in the cracks. And then the next day I just came out this morning, and it literally took me maybe 10 minutes. So what I did was I took a big flathead. I'll try to get closer. I took a big flathead and I got in and I just kind of squeezed one side in to kind of make a dent. As you can see, it kind of punctured a hole in the side, so I had, pretend this is all the way pushed in there, and this is where I was pushing, and I kind of squeezed in, and I took a mallet, and I got it kind of wedged in there, and I tried to stay flush with the engine block as I could, and I hammered the mallet in there as much as I could, so that way I had more of the head of the flathead screwdriver in there, and I really just bent it in, and that loosened the metal from that O-ring and from the engine block. Something loosened up real nice. And then after I did that, I was able to just, I kind of bent the tube here so that way I can get a nice grip on it without it slipping. And I had gloves on because this kind of hurts trying to pull on this without gloves. And I just started wiggling, not even really pulling, just kind of wiggling and barely pulling, and eventually it just popped right out. Literally 10 minutes. It just popped right out, and I just checked to make sure. See if I can get it to focus a little bit. Sorry. Anyway, both O-rings, 1 and 2, came out with it. And you want to make sure that both O-rings come out with it, because if not, then you're probably going to have to drain your oil pan and fish around in there for the O-ring, and if you can't find it, then you're going to have to drop the pan, and that's a pain in the ass because you have to lift the engine. So, and once you pull it, kind of inspect it. I did a little bit of damage, but make sure there's not an obvious chunk of metal missing, because you don't want a piece of metal down your oil pan or O-ring or something like that. Anyways, this is having trouble focusing, but that's how I got the oil drain tube out of the engine block. This side goes to your turbo. This side, it just pushes straight into your engine block. The only reason I had to take this off was because on this side where it mounts to the turbo, the nut had rounded out, and I didn't have an extractor small enough to grip onto that nut, so I had to cut it free with a Sawzall from the turbo so I could pull this out and replace this, because I have to replace my turbo. That's the only reason I did all this crap. But anyways, 2005 Cummins, how to pull the turbo oil drain tube from the engine block out. It really is a lot of twisting and pulling, and use WD-40 or some sort of agent that'll help loosen up the rust, because these things, they're right in the motor, and that's hot cold hot cold hot cold every day. There's rust, and they're not meant to really come out, so you do have to, don't get frustrated, because it's not going to want to come out probably for quite a while. Just walk away from it. When you start getting frustrated, it will come out. You just have to keep working on it. But like I said, all I did was, first off, just twist and spray. Just keep, get some vices on there and slowly twist and spray with WD until you can get it to twist in 100 or 360 degrees. And then, like I said, I put a flathead in there. I gave it a little bend to really help break it away from the wall of the motor, and then just slowly twist it and pop its way out. You'll get it. Just keep working on it. I have yet to attempt to put the new one in yet. I'm going to make sure I clean that, and I'm probably going to do an oil change also, just in case any debris got down in there. But anyways, I hope that can help you guys out. I just wanted to make this video because I really couldn't find anything specifically on this. There was one that I found, but it didn't show them actually popping it out. It was just a before and after. So this is, how it actually was. It was in there. Shove the flathead in there, give it a little bend, a lot of WD, a lot of twisting, and then it'll just work its way out. Okay, I hope that helps you guys. Thanks.